Oh, let's talk Fantastic Four and Marvel getting hit by that sweet, sweet karma, because they actually put out a movie that a lot of people like, and it's not doing well. It's following the same path as the Thunderbolts. Yeah, it's making a little bit more money than the Thunderbolts. It is, but it's not making enough, and it's having similar drops, which is not good. This is what happens, Marvel. They put out a lot of stuff, and a lot of it was bad. And they did it for so long that now they're starting to put out decent stuff, because this movie is decent. It's not great. In my opinion, it's not great. There's a lot I don't like. I can't give Pedro Pascal a pass. Don't like his Reed Richards, and I don't like female Silver Surfer. So I think a lot of people see that, and they're like, just assuming, I don't want to see this. Or they're just done. They're done. I don't know if they can rebound from this. The only movie that's coming up on their slate that I think will do good, in fact, I guarantee you it'll do good, is Spider-Man Brand New Day, even though the title is dumb. That movie's going to do good. But there is a possibility that it could outgrow Doomsday. Doomsday is going to be a big question mark. But this movie is toast. Thunderbolts came in and almost hit $400 million. Didn't quite do it. Now, Marvel called this movie a flop. They admitted it. Well, at least Bob Iger did. I don't know what Kevin Feige has said about it. It's time for that guy to go. It's time for everybody to go. They need new blood in that studio. They need people that actually care about comics, number one. If you go look at Bo DeMayo's Twitter feed, and I've talked about this before, he's been dropping truth bombs all over about working with these people. They call stuff from the comics dumb. And to be fair, there's some dumb stuff that's happened in the comics, but some of the stuff that he wanted to do is iconic, like using Slim and Red from The Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix, which is a story about Jean and Scott using, well, they go into the future and inhabit other people's bodies and raise Nathan, a.k.a. Cable, because he gets sent to the future. If you don't know the story, I mean, it's the story of Cable, but that's a really good run, actually. And he wanted to use the names they use in the book, Slim and Red. And you can't use it. Let's give them these generic names. It's fascinating to see how this company has been ran and the stupid things that they've done. But if you've looked at the headlines, all of the media is simping for Fantastic Four, trying to call it, it's crushing this movie. It's beating this movie. Sorry. It's going to maybe break even, if even that. Fantastic Four First Steps is now the highest grossing Marvel movie of the year, but still falls short of the $500 million mark. The film has now passed Captain America, Brave New World, and Thunderbolts. Whoa, it's really tearing the doors off of the box office, isn't it? No. The spin is amazing. They're all trying to act like this movie is doing well, and it's going to be really funny in the next investor call when they're forced to admit that it did not meet expectations. Though Bob Iger's out there saying, oh, well, this is new IP. This is new IP. People have never heard of the Fantastic Four. Okay, dude. So they're breaking these down, but it's funny. When you read into them, they're forced to admit, like this, it's obvious that these results are not great. Not as great as Deadpool and Wolverine's box office run of over $1 billion, but neither is disastrous as the Marvels. That's kind of like that's a big middle there, buddy. The Marvels was a disaster, and is this movie bombing as bad as the Marvels? No. But it's not really doing that much better. It's still likely going to lose money. I don't even know how you can say $500 million is break even. It probably needs to make more than that. It probably needs to make a lot more than that. So here we go. Finally, they admit it. And you know why they're doing this is because the movie's going to have another really bad drop this weekend. What is this, the fourth week for this movie? So it had a huge drop last weekend, dropped down to number 3. And what's funny is Julia Garner is in the movie that pushed it down, Weapons. She's in Weapons, and she plays Silver Surfer in this. I liked her a lot in Weapons. She was great in Weapons. And to be fair, she's handled the criticism for this movie very well. Like, I just took it for money. It's just a job to me. I understand that people are upset. You know, if more people could learn lessons from her, like, she's just like, well, yeah, it's just a job. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm being attacked by sexism and misogyny. Like, yeah, I just did it for money. Fair enough. Fair enough. Is the Fantastic Four First Steps actually a flop? Some Marvel fans are worried that the Fantastic Four First Steps is a flop after reports that its box office numbers have dropped substantially since its debut. At first, its performance during its opening weekend was promising as it earned $216 million at the global box office, but the movie's numbers declined about 66% in its second weekend. This drop continued, though, its third weekend, with another decline of 60%. Let's delve into the numbers for Fantastic Four 2025 and see if it's heading towards being a flop or a success. If you have to break it down like this and analyze it this hard, it's a flop. You should be able to say, look at the number, it's a success. It's not. They thought it would be. They got Pedro in there, who I do think Pedro Pascal fatigue is real. This dude is in everything. I think people are kind of tired of him. I don't think the popularity is there for him. The dude has told half the country to F off multiple times. Whether or not that's a big enough, I mean, looking at this year's box office, it kind of does look like it was a big enough reason not to see him, because the dude is in 2 out of 3 flops, and the third one, really the only reason it's not a flop is because it had such a tiny little budget. That Materialist movie, I think is what it's called. It starts with an M if that's not it. But it's Materialists, Eddington, and this. And Fantastic Four is bombing despite all this cope. And Eddington bombed. And that movie had a tiny budget too. What saved Materials really besides the tiny budget is a rom-com. Women love their rom-coms. You give it a small budget, they'll show up for it. So, really... yeah, 2 out of 3, but I wouldn't say Materials is really that impressive when it comes to the numbers either. It's so good now that even the director of the first 2, well, no, because there was that one from, but didn't even get a real box office. I'm talking about that old Fantastic Four movie that you can watch on YouTube, I think. I don't think they released that in the theaters ever. I'm pretty sure they didn't. They just shelved it. But the 2 Fox Fantastic Four movies, which were panned by critics, by the way, they did a hell of a lot better than Fantastic Flop. And you got the director out here defending it. Yeah, they got it wrong. Sure, they did. Now, the second one, I got problems with that one. First one, it's an all right movie. It's an all right movie. It made money. So we're going into another weekend, and I think you're going to see another big drop for this movie. It's still it could drop. No, it'll probably stay at 3. I don't think there's anything big coming out this weekend. Oh, I apologize. There is. Nobody 2 is coming out. Now, it won't unseat Weapons. I think that's probably fair. Weapons is actually doing really good. I like that movie. Nice original movie, which I appreciate. Horror movies are making a big comeback. But Nobody 2 is coming. Nobody 1. Pretty good movie, actually. I liked it. And that's dropping. So you're likely going to see Fantastic Four drop to number 4. That is likely going to happen. And there is nothing that Disney can do to stop it. So Weapons will probably remain number 1, though Nobody 2, if that took number 1, I wouldn't be shocked. But my prediction is Weapons remains at 1. I think Nobody 2 takes number 2. Freakier Friday takes number 3. And Fantastic Four drops to number 4. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's what I think. I'm not seeing much else that's coming out. I think that's the big release. That is tough. That is a tough pill to swallow. There's also this Spike Lee movie, Highest to Lowest. Maybe Denzel Washington is in this. That could do well. He's a big name still. So, hell, wouldn't that be funny if it dropped all the way down to number 5? Suffer, Marvel. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Marvel has reaped what they've sown, and it's going to be a tough hole to get out of if they even can. If they even can. So, we'll see what happens. I'll report on it as it happens, and we'll talk about it. Well, we'll probably talk about it Friday because we'll have a good idea where everyone is going to stand on Friday. So, with that, let me know what you guys think. What are your predictions in the comments? Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.